A man voyaging through space suddenly discovers that the spaceship he's on will take 90 years to reach the new world. He notices that everyone else is still in normal hibernation, and he's the only one who has been awakened early for some unknown reason. Terrified of dying of old age on the ship, the man quickly returns to his pod, hoping to re-enter hibernation. However, after waiting for a while, not only does nothing happen, but even worse, the oxygen in the cabin is being rapidly drained. Feeling suffocated, the man desperately tries to open the pod door, but it's all in vain. At the last moment, the pod malfunctions again and automatically pops open, saving him from being trapped to death. Without a second thought, Jack rushes to the transmission room, intending to send a distress signal to Earth. But the intelligence system informs him that the distress signal will take 19 years to reach Earth, and receiving a response will take at least 55 years. Sensing that something is seriously wrong, Jack heads to the control room to seek help, but he's blocked at the door due to insufficient access rights.
Bridge access requires special authorization. Bridge access requires special authorization.
Through the window, he sees the crew inside still sound asleep. Unwilling to sit and wait for death, Jack grabs a hammer and tries to force his way in to get help. However, the control room door is incredibly sturdy, and even using an electric welder leaves no trace. In the end, he tries everything but still can't open this iron gate. However, just as a desperate Jack is wandering aimlessly around the ship, he unexpectedly sees someone standing at the bar across from him.
It's good to see another face. I thought I was the only one awake.
Excited, Jack goes to the bar only to find out that the other person is just a robotic bartender. Jack is utterly hopeless. Reluctantly accepting his fate of dying alone, he doesn't want to just pass away in a daze. Since he can't go back into hibernation, he might as well live in the moment and enjoy the rest of his time to the fullest. He decides to no longer abide by the ship's class restrictions, unapologetically prying open the door to the presidential suite and moving into the top-tier billionaire's room, freely enjoying all sorts of entertainment facilities. When he's tired of playing, he goes to the high-end restaurant and indulges in various delicacies without restraint. But this carefree lifestyle only lasts for a year before Jack, who has turned himself into a mess, begins to feel like it's all pointless. His mood also becomes extremely unstable. The prolonged loneliness makes him complain about the injustice of fate from time to time. Why is everyone else hibernating well while he's the only unlucky one who woke up? Jack sees no hope for the future. The endless solitude even makes him briefly contemplate the idea of release. Rather than waiting for death in day after day of despair, he might as well turn into dust and scatter early in the depths of the universe. Now all he has to do is press this red button, and the inflowing air currents will immediately carry him away without any protection, thus ending his unfortunate life once and for all. However, after much hesitation, Jack ultimately doesn't muster up the courage. The fear of death eventually triumphs over the loneliness in his heart, but it's precisely because of this one moment of backing down that Jack, as he gets up and inadvertently glances back, catches sight of that person who makes his heart skip a beat, an angel on Earth.